What is crack-a-lackin', everyone? Welcome back to the channel and welcome to another reaction. And this one is a special one. State of Play happened yesterday. They finally showed around 17 minutes of footage for the new Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart that's coming out soon. So there's, I think, a whole lot of info in there, and I've been hearing a lot of good things, social media. So let's check this out. Mix of gameplay and cinematic.
Missing infobot located. Initiating retrieval.
I'm Marcus Smith, creative director of Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart, a brand new full-length Ratchet & Clank adventure built from the ground up for the PlayStation 5 console. Today we're going to introduce you to some of the gameplay, characters, and arsenal of Rift Apart. Whether you've played every game since Ratchet & Clank's debut, or you're brand new to the series, Rift Apart is a standalone adventure that you won't want to miss. Let's get into it.
It's not even a sequel? What?
Clank?
It's not a sequel to the 2016?
Lombax? What is this place? Where are you, Clank? Maybe someone around here has seen him.
Look at the detail.
Have any of you seen a little gray robot anywhere? Green eyes, red antenna, very charming.
The ray tracing is really kicking in.
Ratchet has been separated from his best friend and partner Clank, and is now in a new dimension in a mysterious urban sprawl called Nefarious City.
You can just tell
There
they're
be good
taking
news
their
behind
time.
here.
They're taking their time, slowly, just building it up. Slow start.
Ratchet quickly finds out that in this dimension, Dr. Nefarious is a much more capable villain.
Welcome to the Nefarious City Bazaar. Please
Not a
remember
Joker.
to thank our marvelous Emperor before, during, and after making your purchase.
Emperor? Does that mean there are two Nefariouses now? Clank first, Nefarious later. Maybe he's in this bazaar.
Thanks to the new hardware, the worlds in Rift Apart are more beautiful than ever. Cities are full of life with traffic and civilians milling about everywhere.
Beautiful.
Rift Apart is full of the unexpected. Characters in this new dimension are not always the same as they were in Ratchet and Clank's dimension. Ratchet comes across Miss Zircon, the weapon vendor in Rift Apart.
Wait a second.
You forgot your order? Well, come right in. Miss Zircon will sell you weapons, but you gotta be less conspicuous, or the resistance will not last.
The Resistance?
Oh, apologies, sugar. Miss Zircon is still new to all of this espionage.
Release the hostage!
Clank has been taken by a mysterious new Lombax named Rivet.
Clank! No. I need to go after that ship. How can I get off planet?
It's a test. Only royal starships are allowed to leave. Anything else? No! Phantom can help. Just follow the beat to Club Nefarious and you will find him.
Club Nefarious, got it. Oh, and nice work, Secret Agent Zircon.
Oh, this is so exciting.
Club Nefarious shouldn't be hard to miss. Better look around.
Man, look at the reflections, jeez. Definitely have a more open world feeling to it compared to like the 2016 remake.
Nefarious? So that sounds like a club, all right.
Robots are dancing. Okay.
Come on, Phantom, where are you?
Once Ratchet finds Phantom, he learns a couple of new moves. One of the focal points of gameplay in Rift Apart is increased mobility. Ratchet can now dash and wall run to traverse levels.
Whoa!
This focus on mobility allows players to chain moves together to create exhilarating combos.
It's gotta be like so
now
much
let's
to
jump into
remember.
combat.
The nefarious
Switch to
stays.
like between attacks.
If you can distract these troopers, I'll hack Nefarious's propaganda blimp and give this city a message it'll never forget.
Looks easy enough.
This isn't punishment. It's an opportunity.
Dashing allows you to evade attacks or gain strategic advantages. Enemies can't hit what doesn't momentarily exist.
Okay, why the... Like, there's so many like versions of
Dimensional
it that pop
tears
out.
in the world allow you to use the Rift Tether, another new traversal mechanic to instantly pull yourself across battlefields to escape or flank enemies. Weapons in Rift Apart utilize the power of the DualSense wireless controller's adaptive triggers and haptic feedback to allow players to really feel the power of their arsenal. For example, with the burst pistol, players can pull back the trigger partway to peck out accurately placed single shots. But pulling the trigger fully unleashes a rapid-fire spread that covers more area. In
Wow,
either case,
okay.
players will feel each shot burst from the weapon and connect with enemies.
We're getting really technical with that dual shock.
With the Enforcer, players can pull the trigger down halfway to fire a single barrel, reducing time between reloads. Or pull the trigger fully and unleash both barrels with a devastating close-range attack.
It's gonna be
Thanks
like
to the
hard to
haptics,
remember.
the player will feel the power of their shots through their hands.
Isn't it like a crazy moment? How are you gonna remember to like not push it all the way down or
Let's move
just
ahead
push
a
it
little
halfway
bit.
through?
As Ratchet attempts to follow Rivet and Clank, he encounters a nefarious juggernaut.
Second line is against the law.
Where did you even come from?
Please stand still. Wait for impact, Wombat.
During this fight, more dimensional chaos ensues. Thanks to the power of the SSD, we can near instantly teleport players to completely different locations. This isn't some small arena being loaded, but the entire level from a different planet.
Wowza. Definitely. Kudos on that for actually making this happen.
Let's jump over and see what's going on with Rivet and Clank. As you may have guessed, Rivet is a brand new playable character in the series.
Where are you taking
Look
me?
at all the details.
I was gonna take you to my hideout, but first I gotta rescue my friends at their gelatonium
Like
factory.
simple like insects running around and it is a lot of work. Kudos again on that.
Rift Apart includes several alternate dimension versions of classic planets from past games. Did we mention how stunning and alive our worlds are? Thanks to the power of the PS5 and the 3D audio, we've been able to create alien planets with an immersive density like never before. Let's check it out.
Speedles, yeah. That's why I'm gonna ride one. Soon as I can get close enough.
Back to Ms. Zircon, the weapons vendor.
Whoa. This wasn't what was in my account last time.
Oh, that is because I added our mutual friend on Nefarious City.
Okay.
In Rift Apart, you get to play with an explosive new arsenal, as well as a few returning classics.
You will be missed, sweet thing.
Here's another example of how we're using the DualSense. With the Topiary Sprinkler, players will feel resistance in the trigger as they prepare a throw of this garden grenade. Once on the ground and spitting out its rapid growth plant fertilizer, players will also feel when enemies have been topiaried and are ready to be trimmed down.
Look at a sprinkler. Sprinkler kills.
Where's that Speedle going?
It appears some dimensional distortion is emanating from that cave.
In addition to rift tethering and dimensional shifts, there are also many pocket dimensions scattered throughout the game.
And the last Speedle runs into that rift thingy.
Interesting. You must have a rift tether in your glove, too.
Alright, Smarty Bot. What is this place?
A dimensional pocket? Perhaps a symptom of the Dimensionator's destruction.
How do you come up with this stuff? Hey, it's Maynard! The Mortis helper bot! Must have wandered in through the rift somehow.
There's the Speedle.
Trying to finish this game is gonna be something. Like,
No,
especially
don't
like, if you want to
hide.
collect all the
Hitting its nest
collectibles
might get its
and stuff.
attention.
Well, hello there. Gotcha!
Oh, dear.
Maybe Maynard can lead me to the Mortis.
Now, if we could get away from this acid...
There's
on,
no
Maynard,
slowdown
let's find
between
the
like
Mortis.
jumping.
Riding
to
Speedles is one way of
the area,
traversing
geez.
Sargasso's acid swamps, and to do so quickly.
Excuse me.
Look out!
I got it. See? Sometimes I don't crash. Stop! There's the gelatonium factory. I'm coming, Morts.
We didn't follow that Lombax and his Robopet across dimensions just to get stopped by some fuzzballs. So you got like 9.5 seconds to tell us where they're at. 1.
Hang on there now.
If you watched our previous gameplay
9.5
demo, you may
seconds,
recognize
guys,
the
not
Goons
10,
for
not
Less.
9,
This
9.5.
rebranded gang has been hired by Dr. Nefarious to attack Ratchet and Clank, and are now also trapped in Rivet's dimension. Here's another new weapon. The Shatter Bomb is a frag-type grenade that deals a lot of damage to your foes. With haptic feedback, each explosion feels incredibly impactful.
You can find a Lombax.
they were sucked through the dimensional vortex as well.
Dimensions in my head is freaking hard!
This is just a small taste of some of the early gameplay in Rift Apart, but there is so much more. We have open areas to explore. Dimensional Clank puzzles. Glitch challenges. Arena challenges. Aerial combat.
Wow, okay.
Gold bolts to collect.
Oh, they're back.
Pocket dimensions to explore. Armor to obtain and use in the first ever Ratchet and Clank photo mode.
Yay, photo mode. I'm not really into it, but...
And giving more people access to playing our games is always important to us. As such, Rift Apart will offer a slew of accessibility options. We'll reveal more about this soon. Experience Rift Apart's new planets, weapons, intense high-action combat, and near-instant load times, all with some of the best visuals we've ever created.
How about that, huh?
These rifts are getting out of hand.
Sometimes it's just...
On behalf of all of us at Insomniac
gorgeous.
Games, thank you for watching. We'll see you in the Omniverse on June 11th.
Well, that's that. That is that. You know what? That was good. That was good. And they didn't really go a lot into it in terms of like details of different aspects of the story. So that's smart on them to kind of keep that in their apps and just show what the game is really about. I would have preferred if there was at least a boss fight or something towards the end, you know. Everything was kind of subtle from the start to the end. It was basically just showing the world, and they actually showed in gameplay how everything works. I mean, world to world, there's not a single slowdown. It's like, boop, screen change just on the go. And that's pretty amazing for them to accomplish that. And like, in terms of replayability, I guess that will come from like how you progress through the game. Which areas you visit, how you visit them, what paths you take to finish the game. Like, I mean, it seems like you can just go to different roles. So there's so much variety to it. If it works like that, we'll see a lot more soon. But in terms of what they're showing, it feels like that's how it's going to progress. You can just, if you're having a hard time, pull it, go to the other world, finish your battle there or so. So that whole thing is probably going to be, it's going to take a while to kind of adapt to it. And especially the triggers. Man, like, pushing it halfway through is like the slower rate of fire, if you want to call it. And then full is like the auto. It's going to take a long time to, like, get used to that. Because especially in the heat of battle, when you're always kind of getting more nervous or so and you usually push all the way through because you're just in that moment. So I don't know how will that work. That will be something, I think, the biggest thing everyone will need to get used to. Yeah, so the game's looking gorgeous. Some of the gameplay mechanics, obviously, when we play, we'll understand them better. For now, I'm kind of just on the fence about, okay, how it's going to work. But yeah, it's looking gorgeous. It feels like it's a sequel to the 2016, but they're saying it's an adventure on its own, which they're trying to say you don't need to play the other ones. So let's see how it all comes together. Hopefully it ends up not being like a reboot, because the 2016 was supposed to be the reboot. So hopefully this is not the reboot and then they start the series on a new story or so. So let's see. There's a whole lot of questions, not that many answers other than the gameplay stuff that they showed. So let's see in June. Obviously, I'm excited. I'm already got it pre-ordered, so hopefully I get it on time and we can start playing it right away. And yeah, that was my kind of take on it. There was not a lot of stuff in there, but there was a lot of stuff in there. That was funny. So what did you all think about it? Leave a comment below. Let me know. And yeah, other than that, thanks so much for watching. Take it easy. Take care, everyone. And I will catch you all later. Until then, ta-ta. AK out.